Hello, fellow Kansas Democrats. Gina Repass here, proud chair of the Kansas Democratic Party. Before I say anything else, let me thank all of our veterans and active duty members of our military. Thank you for your service to our country. Democrats, remember, we love this country too. We're proud patriots. Well, welcome to our weekly chair chat. If this is your first time joining us, this is just an opportunity for me to fill you in on what's been going on in the last week in Kansas Democratic Party politics and make sure that if there's something you want me to talk about, please email us at info@kansasdems.org. That's info@kansasdems.org. And obviously these are pre-recorded. So if there's something you need to talk to us about in between the filming of these, please feel free to reach out. We've got a lovely person answering our phones, and we'll try to return your call by the end of the day and certainly within 24 hours. So what we do each week is kind of try to start with either some not so good news or good news, then move on to better news and best news of the week. So let's start, unfortunately, with some not so good news. As many of you have seen, the President of the United States ordered a bombing raid on Iran on some of their nuclear facilities. I can tell you, I don't know anything different than what you've heard on the national news. Any direction we've got from the DNC has just been directing us to Chairman Ken Martin's social media posts and his take on that. So please feel free to follow Ken Martin on Twitter or Blue Sky, but certainly let us all pray for peace and de-escalation. And other not so good news, I didn't win the DNC Vice Chair race, and that is okay. I would like to congratulate Malcolm Kenyatta and new Vice Chair, Conrad. She's the chair of the Washington State Democrats. I was a single issue candidate, and that was just to promote red state Democrats. There are millions of us doing great things in state parties, and we need to have some leadership. But I will tell you, mission accomplished. People heard my plea about red state Democrats, and I'm just so proud to represent Kansas. So let's move on to some better news. In that vein, the new DNC chair, Ken Martin, is coming to the Kansas City area this Tuesday, the 24th, for a rally and then a private event to help us bring some money into the party. So I think we're making some progress there. I'd like to personally thank Chair Martin for coming to our area. Then let's talk about some good things that happened. I was so privileged this week to go speak to the Franklin County Democrats. Their chair, Kinzie Singleton, is killing it. I'm going into these state party rooms, these county party rooms, and the rooms are packed with people energized, telling us the things that they're doing. They're registering people to vote. They're running for election. They're doing their own little podcasts and YouTubes and TikToks. I'm so energized and so appreciative for everything you're doing. So thank you, Kinzie, for inviting me to Franklin County. And then this Saturday, I got to go speak to the Kansas Federation of Democratic Women. Their 2nd Congressional District group met, and I was so proud to see that they really are bringing women together from across the 2nd Congressional District. There was a nice contingency from Wyandotte County in the room. I'd like to thank Cassie, Woolworth, the president, and Candace, Ayers, our president emeritus, who is running that group. Wonderful job. And by the way, both in Franklin County and at KFDW, there are candidates who've announced to either run in the 2025 municipals or in 2026. I am so excited. We are going to take the fight. This is our summer fight back. We're taking the fight right to the polls. Well, that's kind of all of the things we've done this week. Thursday was officially June 19th, and the staff got to have a well-deserved day of rest. But I also wanted to end on this note. Many of you know Jolene Bloom. She was the county party chair for Nemaha County. And much like me trying to advocate for Democrats in red states so that we don't get overlooked, Jolene was a tireless advocate for Democrats in these counties where she was the one dot of blue in this sea of red. She was a force of nature. She was a lifelong educator, was involved in KNEA, and was a big advocate for Girl Scouts. But I would tell you, she is a master study in bravery. She would put up a sign and someone would take it down. She'd put up a sign and someone would shoot it or they would deface it. She would just go back out there proudly as a Democrat and stand. And if you ever ran for office, either in the 2nd Congressional District or statewide, Jolene would host you. You will be missed, Jolene. Thank you for everything you've done. And as one of my favorite Bible verses, well done, good and faithful servant, come and take your rest. Let us all pray for peace. I'd also like to say to you that this is our last chair chat for the next 2 weeks. We'll be on hiatus for 2 weeks. We'll come back to you the week after the 4th of July. And in the meantime, God bless America. God bless the great state of Kansas. And God bless you all.